Good Saturday morning after Thanksgiving. Everybody doing okay this morning? That Thanksgiving is what, 2 days gone now? But anyway, just wondering what you guys do with your ham. You know, that leftover ham. I know some people do cook the sweet ham, the sparrow ham, the honey baked hams, whatever you want to call them. I'm not too crazy about sweet hams. I actually use a picnic ham. And this is how much I've had left. And there's so many things you can do with leftover ham. Look at that. You can put it in a soup, but you have to be careful, be mindful when you do the little different things with the ham that the ham is not seasoned. This is not intended for seasoning. But say if you cook a pot of beans or something, you want to make sure your beans are fully done, fully seasoned before you go adding in this ham. You can have ham and eggs, ham and grits, which is what I'm about to have. Just ham and grits this morning because I think I've eaten enough eggs for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get the grits started. My water is already boiling. So I'm going to put just a little bit of real butter, even though you can use margarine or whatever you want to use to put in there. So let that just melt in my water. I'm not cooking a lot of grits. And I do use, I'm not advertising for anybody, but I love the Quaker grits. I love these. So I'm going to add these into the water. I'm sure all of you know how to cook grits, I would think. But I did run across some people said they don't even know how to boil an egg. I think that was a joke though. But you can mess up or you can overboil, you can underboil, or you can overboil an egg. So they may have been telling the truth. You know grits pop all over everywhere. You had your coffee this morning. As you see, I'm having mine. I didn't disable the calls and I see something is going on with somebody trying to call. So if the video hesitates, then it's because I didn't disable the calls. You see my coffee cup? It probably looked backwards to you guys. You know, everything looks backward when I look at it. But the cup actually says, Mom, no matter how hard life gets, at least you don't have ugly children. Isn't that funny? I guess they thought that was cute. You see that? And it's on both sides of the cup. I thought it was cute. But anyways, this video is going to be fairly short. Good morning, Eileen. Thanks for joining. Such a faithful subscriber. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you more than you know. So if you just got on, I'm actually just cooking some grits with this ham. This is what's left of the ham that I had. I pulled it all off the bone. I don't have a dog, but I know a dog would be glad to hold on to that bone because you know how you have meats all in the grooves of the bone, but I pulled all of that off, all the skin, everything off the ham, and this is what I had left. So, just cooking some grits this morning, just had a taste for grits. I ended up throwing that stuffing away. I don't like cornbread made out of that Jiffy stuff because it had a sweet little bit of it. My sons ate just a little bit of it, but I don't like cornbread, Jiffy cornbread stuff, and it was a lot of work, but it had a sweet taste to it. You know, it had a sweet taste to it, a taste that I really didn't like. They said they liked it okay once I made the gravy, because I did, well, I think you saw me make the gravy. But it still wasn't good. It wasn't good at all to me. And I just, when something's not good to me, I don't even want to share it with anybody. Macaroni and cheese, as bad as it looked, it tasted pretty good. And everything else tasted pretty good. And let me show you this cake. Now, I did some damage to the cake. That's the carrot cake. Look at it. Half of it's gone. It was really good. Really spicy, but it was good. And then the pig picking cake. It looks like a little bit more than half of that is gone, as you see. But I haven't eaten much of that, and that's been eaten up by other folk. And then my little single layer cake that's still sitting over here. I'm actually gonna video when I make some chocolate. I'm gonna make some homemade chocolate to go on that one layer of cake. Now I hope it don't get stale while it's waiting for me to make a video. Well, it's sealed pretty good in this container, so it'll probably be okay.
Are we surpassing conference expectations? So they're in the red.
I'm not making many grits, because it's just me gonna eat around here. Burrow has already eaten some Thanksgiving food for his breakfast. Good morning, people. What do y'all do with your leftover ham? For those just joining, there's the ham that I had left from a 10-pound picnic ham. And I'm just going to warm some of it up. Just going to throw it in the microwave, really. And heat it up to go with my grits this morning. Not going to even cook an egg. I feel like I've eaten too many eggs. And I'm sure everybody knows how to cook grits. But mostly I wanted to know how you guys use your leftover ham. Of course, you can make ham sandwiches with it. Well, these are more smaller pieces now. All of the big pieces of the ham is gone. Just these smaller pieces of ham that you can probably dice up and make omelets with it. You can make ham biscuits. Actually, I'm going to make some cheese biscuits online one day for you guys. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already. And watch me make some homemade cheese biscuits. Made some of those. Boy, they're like really good. And I'm finally getting my energy back, because I would just wore myself out on Thanksgiving Eve, if there's any such thing as Thanksgiving Eve. But good morning, good morning. Yes. I appreciate you guys. You know, like I said, this video is not going to be that long. And if you got other things to do, just come back and check it out later. Just subscribe so you can stroll anytime you get ready and pull up the video and look at whatever portion you want to look at. But it's not a lot to learn on this video, because I'm just cooking grits. People do cook their grits different. And again, I use these, the Quaker grits. But they seem, for whatever reason, to be pretty good. I just like grits, period. Cook them really low. I watched a lady on YouTube put some cheese in her grits. And they looked so good. And I watched her video late at night, and I had to get out of the bed and get me something to eat, because looking at her video made me so hungry. So I don't think I'm going to put cheese in them. Maybe in just a little bit of them, and see what it tastes like. I haven't grated in cheese, so that will be a little bit of extra time. And so see, they get ready, they say 5 minutes, but they'll be gritty tasting. You see how they look already? Not a lot of them. And I am just gonna put a little bit of cheese. Just a little bit of cheese in some of them, not all of them. Take this little grater. I still got on these glasses falling all off my face. You know what? It's 12. Well, Eastern time here. I don't know where people are watching from, but it's 12:22 about now. And I can eat grits and eggs and the breakfast food type foods anytime. So instead of putting the ham in the microwave, I think I'm going to go ahead and just put it on the stove. So to give it that fresh fried taste that I'm looking for this morning. The grits about ready. So it's not much more, y'all hang on, it's not much more that I have to do. But if you have to leave or stroll on somewhere else, just come back and finish looking at the video. And I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, to subscribe. You see I've got a very small channel. Just trying to build it up a little bit. So I like to use what they call the old all types of grease that's already been used before. I don't like to use just a little bit of this, and I'm going to throw that ham in there and just kind of fry it a little bit. Not with a lot of grease, just a little. Instead of putting it in the microwave. The microwave tends to make food tough. And I don't want to make it tough. I want to be able to enjoy my ham and grits this morning. Do this over here. So I can use a smaller eye over here. Yeah, the grits are pretty much ready. And then we'll just put a few. I'm not going to use all of this. And you know you do have such thing as ham salad. You will have to cube this up though. And put the same type ingredients in there like relish, mayo. Relish and mayo is two things that I know you will put in ham salad. Like this right here. Maybe I'll try this. I bought this by mistake because it's dill, Mount Olive dill relish. It may be good in some ham salad. So I'm going to grate up just a little bit of this cheese. Something I hadn't planned, but I'm going to try a little bit of cheese on the grits. Since I'm not having biscuits or anything, just ham and grits. Don't want the eggs this morning. But I know the eggs and ham. You ever heard of Sam I Am? The little childhood story. The Green Eggs and Ham. I love to read that book even now as an old woman. I love to read little kids' books. Sam I Am. Do you love Green Eggs and Ham? Sam I Am. You remember the Cat in the Hat? So they're good little books, and even as a grown adult, I still love them. So look, Only just gonna put just a little bit of cheese on some of the grits, not all of them. Make sure I like the taste of cheese, and I can tell you something else that cheese is good on. They're good on French fries. And this is sharp cheddar cheese, so I'm just gonna see what it looks like. Show you guys what it looked like, and I'll be through with you guys for the day. Get back in there. Woo. Look at that. Now why y'all tell me I had that, turn my back on that grease, see that? Yeah, turn my back on that grease, that is not good. So, okay, we're gonna just put a couple of the bigger pieces, cause the biggest pieces that I would like to make a sandwich out of are gone. You know, I cut off a lot and gave it to my son for them to take home. And cause I really know we couldn't eat all this ham. Could have frozen it. That's a nice piece there. This piece here, those are the size that you want to make your sandwiches with. But I'm gonna warm it up this evening, because it's already after 12. I'm not gonna fix a lot of it. I'll put this back in the refrigerator. And there are a few more big pieces like the piece I just showed you, but you can do a lot of things with the ham. The turkey, I'll come back another day before it gets too old and do the turkey and the mashed potatoes, or the turkey and the rice with gravy and with the biscuits and the vegetables, the whole works, you know, with the end of this turkey. So, as long as you keep it nice and cold, after 3 to 5 days, most people probably say 5 days with ham, but turkey, you gotta be careful leaving turkey out. Something I read about turkey. Not being frozen or something. You see the turkey that I had left? See? Those big slices on the top and then all your dark meat on the bottom. But this is actually all that I had left out of that little turkey. Yeah. But that's a meal for sure. So if I don't do something with it quick, I will have to, definitely have to freeze it. So it'll hold out. Some type of, well, I don't want to say the word poison, but they did say that, I was reading that some type of enzyme that the turkey lets off, if you let it sit in the refrigerator too long. So if you're gonna eat it, like say, if I'm gonna eat that turkey for Christmas, I actually need to freeze it. It needs to be frozen. Sit in the refrigerator from now to Christmas would be too long. You know, cause some type of enzyme to be cut off. See that ham? Don't that look good? Boy, you can just imagine this on a piece of bread with some Miracle Whip. But I'm going to just have it with these grits. Alright, like I said, the grits are ready. Yeah, but you can't get that fresh ham taste by putting it in the microwave. So I wouldn't put it in the microwave. Or put it on the stove. when I make the chocolate, I'm gonna make the chocolate online. I'll be making the chocolate out of some cocoa, sugar, and butter. And that's good. That chocolate, that homemade chocolate is really good. Well, it's way back there. I was gonna show you. I'll show you, where that time from. So I'm gonna get 2 bowls out. And I'm gonna put a little bit of grits in one bowl and a little bit in the other bowl. Grits just a tad too thick. I'm gonna loosen them up a little bit. Okay, so what's going on here today? Thank you, Fatality. Did I say your name right? Fatality. Eileen, thank you again for popping on. And Dennis, at Dennis too. I'm gonna be looking for y'all's channel so I can subscribe to your channels too. I think it's only fair. I appreciate you guys. And I only get most of my views once I shut the video off, and then YouTube checks the video and put it out there. The last video I had 289, 200. That's good for me. 200, where you look at people with thousands and millions of views. Hey, I'm new, so yeah, that 300 views that I end up with, that's great. I appreciate it, but it wouldn't happen without you guys. So I'm gonna look for your channels, those of you that do have a channel, and I'm gonna subscribe to your channel and look for your look at your channel. You just support each other, but why some people won't do that, I don't know. I don't get it. It don't cost anything to support each other. Some people won't do it. I started out looking at, I only ended up with a YouTube channel from looking at people that were new. I saw some of them had like 30 or 40 subscribers, and now they've gotten up to millions of subscribers, and they, once they get big, they don't even acknowledge you. But I think people forget that what goes up will come down. Yeah. Okay. You look back, you take time, you look at who your supporters are. Why wouldn't you support them too? And everybody that has a channel don't necessarily, they're not looking for support. They just look at the channel and try to support other people like I did. That's all I was doing for years. And that's how I've seen so many people grow. But I find out that majority of those people, when they grow, they won't acknowledge you. They won't even acknowledge a comment. Because I guess they forget where they came from or whatever their problem is. Or they feel, well, I don't need them now. You don't forget the people that helped you get where you are. But they do. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all. I really do. If I don't ever get anywhere, I enjoy doing this. I really do. I enjoy sharing things because somebody come back and maybe share some things with me. I always like to learn new ways to cook, learn new recipes, learn a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I usually use paper plates for this. I don't think I should. I started to cook some biscuits, but I said, well, that's a little bit too much starch. I got grits. So I'll cook some biscuits, with a whole meal. But it's really not even a whole meal. Take it out. You see? There's a ham. Look at that. I know it's good. Let me let y'all taste the piece. Let me taste the piece. It's hot. Taste the piece. Yeah. Open your mouth. I can see people cooking on here, and I'm going to tell you, I could almost taste the food through the camera. Okay, so I'm going to mix this cheese in here so I can let you guys go. So I really appreciate you staying with me here. The only thing I'm going to do is just pour a few grits here, and I'm going to pour a few grits there. I still got some left. 2 minutes. I can't eat all these grits. So, you see the grits, I'm going to try one plain. This one will be plain and one with cheese. And that's just because I saw a lady put cheese on hers. I'm like, well, let me see what that tastes like. I use a lot of butter. Just about use this up. And the plain grits need butter for real, but I put butter on both of them. The plain and the cheese grits. It's just about got too small to cut. See? My butter about gone, but I do have some more. Yep, good old butter dish. This butter dish is old. Probably the oldest me. But, so I'm going to just put some cheese on this one. The lady that I saw, I can't remember who the lady was, but she actually cooked the cheese in hers on the stove. And I don't want to do that because I may not like it. I don't know how you can not like it. It looks like it's good. See? Let that melt a little bit more and let you take one more look when it melts a little on there. And that's it. Like I said, it's not a full meal. It's just some grits. I just woke up this morning and had a taste for some grits. Today is Saturday for real. It's been feeling like Saturday ever since Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving felt like Saturday. No, the day before Thanksgiving felt like Friday. And I guess that was Wednesday. And then Thanksgiving actually felt like Saturday. Well, I think both days felt like Saturday. But anyway, let this pot soak so that it won't get hard in there. I don't like dirty dishes. So I'm one of those that usually wash dishes the whole time that I'm cooking, but for the sake of the time on the video, I won't do that. But at least let the pot soak. Okay? So I'm going to taste the grits. I'm going to let you guys go. There are the extra grits that's left. So you actually got 3 bowls of grits. So that's 1, 2. I don't know whether Burrow going to eat any or not. He's already eaten. And then there's the grits with the cheese on it. This thing is turning crazy. I guess because I see my arm over to the left, over to the right, and in the center. So I'm just stirring that cheese up in there. And I'm going to taste it for you. It looks all right. But the lady that cooked hers on the stove, it was like she had cheese all over it, all through it. Y'all want to taste first? Here. Open wide. Open wide. All right, let me see. Actually, it's good with the cheese on it. Y'all ever tried any cheese grits? Well, they're pretty good. They sure are. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep on eating in front of you. But they're actually good. But that's it, guys. The grits and the ham left over. This actually picnic ham. It is so good. I don't like sweet hams. I'll eat it, but I've never actually bought one because I'm not that crazy about picnic hams. I mean, sweet hams, the sparrow ham, those really expensive. But I think this ham was expensive. It was about $35 with tax. $3.19 a pound. I need just a little bit of salt. Eileen, I know you're looking like, put that salt shaker down. I put a little bit, put the rest of the cheese that I had on there. Look at that, guys. You can mess up grits. Even though it may seem simple, you can mess them up because I mess them up many a times. And you got to cook them. I like them thick. Sometimes I like them soupy. Oh, yeah. That's really good. I know I'm not going to eat all this ham. So I just put a little bit of ham on my plate. But there's the ham, guys. You saw the grits. And there you have it. So you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And like always, thank you so much for looking. And I'll be putting some stuff out there on a regular. Again, it's not going to be all about food. I'll probably have a conversation sometimes about relationships, whether you're married or single. I want to know what you guys feel about certain things. And I'll be discussing those live. And I would love it if you guys join in, okay? Because I'm curious if I'm feeling that way alone, or is it other women out there, even men, that feel some kind of way about certain things concerning marriage, children, whether it's a family, step family, or whether it's just husband and wife, or everything within the same family or not. But I'm going to be discussing some things like that, and I'll be discussing things if you have a problem or know somebody that have a problem with their credit, or trying to buy a home, or trying to buy property or anything, and they just feel like they're at a dead end. Trust me, you're not. Just stay tuned, subscribe, and recommend my channel to anyone that may want to know that my information will be helpful to them, okay? And I appreciate it. You do have a great weekend. Okay? Bye for now.